I believe COVID literally brought the reality of where our businesses should stand independently. We should have websites, we should have social media platforms. And I was going out to shows, farmers markets, back to back. That's how I made my money. I never thought about, even though I have a website, really using
Hello,
that
you guys.
as
This is
my sole
Michelle with
means.
Bobby Boards Club. You're
So
listening
with
to
the COVID,
the
that's
Pop
how I
Up
came
Shop
into this
Show.
virtual
Pop
platform,
Up
strengthening my
Shop Show.
business, which I still think there's a lot more room for me to grow. And that is where I'm at right now, just the growth and elevation of my business in a virtual platform.
All right. Thank you so much. And Jasmine, come on. Jasmine, who's our third party?
Hi, I'm Jasmine Gant. I'm also aromastories.com. I have had a website since before social media. I've been in business since I was in high school. I have only just recently learned about the importance, or rather, I have only just recently dared to invest wholeheartedly in marketing. So I'm so honored to be part of this team. I'm part of this team because not only do they need me, but I need them. And it's a great opportunity to grow and do something that we all need. So that's why I'm here. And welcome to the Pop-Up Shop Show.
All right. Thank you, Jasmine. So as we said, we usually get started. And we don't have vendors. We sometimes have vendors that will pop in that are new to it. And then we have some seasoned vendors that will come and pop in. And sometimes we'll announce them and let them do their thing as well. So you will see a first person who will demonstrate their product. And you also sometimes have the opportunity to demonstrate your website. So we do allow both for you to demonstrate your website as well as the show. My business is, I have a business called APV Vibes, and it stands for All Positive Vibes. We have sold do-rags to a population. We started out where it was just my son and we sold one do-rag to a friend of his in the military. And that led us to a contract with the entire military. So now we're worldwide on PXs all over all over the world. He was initially stationed in Okinawa, Japan. So we sent our first one there. Now we sell do-rags all over the world, which I never, ever could imagine. that one little product, he redesigned it. Redesigned it so that you don't see the little line down the middle of your head. So, and we've just been going from there. We've added products. We've added hair oils, of course. We've added brushes. We've added, t-shirts and sweatshirts and things of that nature. So we've added product to our product line. But our initial start and startup to our business was the do-rag itself, for those that are familiar with the do-rag. Okay, Jasmine, I am about ready for you if you are ready for the world.
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm up here multitasking, but it's all good. Okay. I'm still working on the website, sorry. Okay, I'm Jasmine Gant, and I'm known for aromatherapy. This is our most popular product right now. It's Away Spray. Away Spray is made with vetiver, clove, mugwort, and a base of witch hazel and alcohol. And what this is for is basically to keep the mosquitoes away. So when you're in your home, when you're outside, just take this with you and you just spray, and it's got a smoky smell. And the clove is like this spice. It's like this peppery spice. And that's what insects don't like. Like even you can hear the change in my voice as I sprayed it because I'm trying not to inhale too much of the clove. And while there are people with clove sensitivities, generally speaking, it doesn't harm humans in any way. However, ants don't like it. They can't stand it. Mosquitoes don't like it. If I'm outside and I'm gonna lay a blanket down, I'll spray first the grass, I'll spray the bottom of my blanket, I'll spray the top of my blanket, and I'll get on my blanket and I'm just good. So this is just absolutely beautiful. And, you know, with the increase of mosquitoes, I know the South is probably always at mosquitoes. I don't know if you guys have an increase, but here in, especially Los Angeles, California, we have a whole new kind of mosquito. They call them ankle biters. They don't give like the big bump that swells up on your arm. They just hang out around your ankles and give like these little tiny bumps. And it's just terribly annoying. You know, there's some people who have like a degree of immunity to the toxins and the mosquito saliva, but I do not. I remember I was in Belize and we were on a horse. We were going through, me and my son, we were going through the rainforest. And I looked down and they were just like mosquitoes, like just sitting on my thighs, just having a blast. And I used DEET and everything, and they just didn't care. Now, granted, I didn't have a wave spray then, but that moment haunts me, you know, like the mosquito bites were so large that they swelled up and they made like one big lump. And I had like these 2 lumps, just giant mosquito bites on the side of my thigh. So I'm a little mosquito paranoid, hence a wave spray. The other beautiful part of this is that vetiver has the incredible property of relaxing. It's so relaxing that it's considered an antipsychotic. I've never heard of an essential oil referred to as an antipsychotic. So what I do when I go to bed, I spray my linen. I change my linen maybe once a week, maybe every 2 weeks. But every now and then, it's like every night, whether I shower at night or not, I'm still gonna lose skin cells. And there's always going to be microscopic creatures who have a symbiotic relationship with us that we have to keep in balance. And I find that the away spray, when I'm feeling a certain, maybe I'm not ready to change my linen. Maybe it's the middle of the night, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm feeling a little itchy, a little sensitive. Because I'm sensitive, this away spray just takes care of it. So not only does it handle microbes and whatnot, like anywhere, I use it on my face mask today, by the way. It also encourages restful sleep because of the vetiver. Mugwort. I found out about mugwort when I was about 12 years old. I was trying to have a more active dream life. I wanted my dreams to be more lucid. And so I heard if you take mugwort and put it underneath your pillow, you will have more lucid dreams. I can't say whether or not that worked, but I knew that I never forgot it. And then I heard about it again at a local plant identification course that I was taking, and we found mugwort in the land. And the reason why they call it mugwort is because they used to make beer from it. It's like the original beer herb when it's fermented. So this has mugwort in it, vetiver, clove, witch hazel, which is an incredible anti-inflammatory. It's in all of your anti-hemorrhoid creams and alcohol. So this is an excellent product, and I just love it. You can find it at aromastories.com. Aromastories.com, free shipping, has a whole new setup. Like my shopping cart is now like gamified, if you will. Like you go in there and it's just like bells and whistles, encouraging you to buy more. But there are incredible discounts the more products you put in the cart. And the more products you put in the cart, you just reach like these levels of awards. And I'm really happy to be going through these changes and to be investing in marketing. And if I don't have any more time, I will stop here. If I need to keep going, Miss Lisa, you just let me know. Lisa, I can't hear you. I don't know if it's just me.
I think you're still on mute. Or
Yeah, no, we can't hear you.
Miss Rachel, why don't you just go next?
Yeah, I believe that Lisa had new speakers, something we tried it before and we had the same challenge. So I'll go ahead and start up with myself. I need to have a screen sharing. Let's see here. So Lisa, if you can screen share with me so I can show my website. Let's see, share screen. Okay, I think I can do it, share. Okay, perfect. Share. Okay, let's see. Okay, sorry about that. Let's get to my website. And my company's name is Big Brazos World Village. So, oh, okay, sorry, you guys. Here we go. Okay, so here we are. Can everybody see the website? Yes? Okay, great. So I provide artifacts and instruments, cultural instruments, to educators, but not only educators, programs, communities. One of the venues I did attend before the pandemic was farmers markets, and the farmers markets were very interesting because I dealt with children, so I got to see how the interaction between children and parents and the community went with the instruments and the artifacts. All of my items, and let me show you, this is just giving you my page here. So as we go to shop, it shows you a little bit more about the items and the categories and the cultural artifacts. So I'll open that up. And you can see we do artifacts from all over the world, from Mexico, from Guatemala, Mancala, which is one of the games that we highly recommend for children interacting, like backgammon. One of the things that like I say, I notice is that children tend to be sensory stimulated. So all of the instruments, and I'll go back to my page. Here we go. Let's see here if I can get to, I don't go on my website, as you guys can see, as much as I should. But what is very important about the website is that it shows the instruments from everywhere. And I'm looking at events, it's not going to my events, or it's going to my events rather than, and I'm sorry about this, you guys, because this is going to help me with what I need to do. Okay, that was a drum session. I don't want to go there. However, just for you guys to know, my website, www.bigbrazos.com. Shop now, let's see what we can get into. But however, sensory-based instruments. So everything is sound related. So the frog sounds like a frog. The rain stick sounds like rain. I have drums that you can use your hands. So there's a feel, there's a touch, there's the sound, there's a visual. So children very much stem off of this. It's regulation, self-regulation. It also exposes them to being able to control the manipulatives, the instruments. So as we go along, I really am going to go back to shop, and I'm wondering why it's not doing, but oh, there we go. Okay, here we are. So I have to go up and see the instruments. You guys excuse me because this is a good way for me to find out more and more about my website. There we go. Okay, so we have different instruments here, and these are, again, like I say, from all over. The kashishi is one of the shakers. The cricket has a cricket sound. We have the frog that has a frog sound. These three instruments are from totally different areas. One is from Ghana. We have one also from Thailand, and then the other from Indonesia. We also have the rain stick here. Rain stick is one of the most popular ones. A lot of these are used as well in sound healing. They're used in rhythm and drum circles. We have the leaf pod shakers, which are very similar to a sound of a rattlesnake. Here we have the pig. The pig is also from Thailand. They also have a similar version in Indonesia. And we carry Putumayo CDs. Putumayo is a river in Colombia. So a lot of these materials, again, are based on, again, I always say handcrafted and from all over the world. But Putumayo does a whole selection of traditional music and artists from everywhere. There's Ghanaian music, there is Asian, Chinese, Indian, So it's got a really nice blend to have the teachers use it in the classroom to expose children to other musics, and they even have the words to other languages. I will go back to the cultural curriculum kits. And I don't know why, do you guys hear a echo?
Yeah, I was hearing it.
Yeah, I hear an echo too, and I don't have my phone on. I don't have any other means. But this is the cultural curriculum kits. So teachers many times want to buy items and kits and then have information. So this is how we package our material. We have the mini Sounds of Nature kit, which has a frog, thunder tube, and rain stick. Rattle and roll kit, Sounds of Nature kit. Then we have a very extensive kit that has 20 pieces, and that is a world classroom kit. So at this time, I'm going to end my presentation. I hope you guys continue to go on our website. We will be doing more and more work with our website and looking into the future. We're also going to have an extra added page that's going to have some of our products from Texas. So definitely that's going to be one of our seasonal items. So keep us in mind for holiday gifts. Thank you.
What you got from Texas, Rachel?
Well, it's supposed to be a surprise, but it's going to be some delicious pecans. And I know it's not maybe in relationship to the artifacts and instruments, but they are awesome pecans. And pecans are one of the healthier nuts. No carbohydrates, high in protein, high in antioxidants. And I think this will be a great way to start out your holiday season with cooking.
Yeah, I bought some of those shell pecans from you for our family.
Oh, definitely. So come up in October, the end of October, I'll have them ready for everybody, and they will be on the website. All righty. Lisa, I will stop sharing now, and I'll let you go back to the show. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, welcome. So you guys can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, Terry, you're up, lady. Hello, hello. This is Terry Jones. Seems like someone else is talking. Someone else is talking. I see.
Please mute your mics, people. Mute your mics. Thank you.
All righty. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Terry Jones, and I'm representing the company Secret. And it's not like when you tell somebody a secret, it's like secret. And the reason why they have C in it is because most of our products come from the Dead Sea. And we have a skincare line, lotions, body butters, soft scrub, salt scrub, bath salts, a mud bath, my favorite, the mud soap, a mud shampoo that I absolutely love, particularly on black hair care. But today I'm going to talk about the nutritional products because we also have nutritional products. The newest one we have is Probiotics. And it's a probiotic prebiotic to help with your digestive and your immune support. And I've just found that as I've gotten older, it's a lot more difficult to be regular. And so this helps with your digestion so that you have a regular elimination. And it basically comes as a powder, and you just put it under your tongue and let it sit in your mouth, and it just dissolves. It kind of reminds me of those Pop Rocks or Pixie Sticks. When I was little, they were called Pixie Sticks, where you put the powder in there. but it was definitely tasty. So it doesn't have a bad taste, but you just take one a day in the morning. All of our products have natural ingredients, non-dairy, non-GMO, all natural, vegan, no artificial ingredients. And it retails for $56. I also wanted to mention Booster. And Booster comes up because a lot of people have difficulty falling asleep. I'm one of those. I have to make sure that I watch the caffeine, my teas even, because I don't drink coffee. And so Booster is able to help you to fall asleep naturally, like the melatonin. So I used to take always with melatonin, but with this, I find that it's a very gentle. You don't wake up groggy, and you don't also go like a sleeping pill. It's a very mild, lulling you to sleep. And some people don't have a problem with sleep, but it does come up as you get older. And some people have it, and they might be younger. Booster retails for $64. And the other one I wanted to talk about was recovery. And recovery is what I take after I work out. A lot of times after you work out, your muscles are kind of sore. So I do it after I work out, and it helps when you can also do it with a hot bath. And I've done a hot bath with bath salts after working out. But I even had a friend that broke out because some kind of a mosquito bit her. And I keep thinking about Jasmine's away spray. I'm definitely going to be ordering that. But somebody got bit by the mosquito, and of course she was itching and she's uncomfortable. And when she took the recovery, her bumps went down. So it definitely is something when you are working out, when you're a little achy and you don't want to just do Aleve or naproxen or Tylenol. It's more of a natural recovery to help your body to heal. And the last one I'm mentioning is the energy drink. And my sister always says, I don't know how you have so much energy. But this energy drink, once again, all natural. It has a lot of superfoods, antioxidants. It has coffee beans, maca, green tea, yerba mate tea, but everything is still natural. And just like the probiotic, it's in a little capsule that you can just put in water and just drink it down. And it just gives you that extra energy. I never was one who did those 5 energy drinks or those superpower drinks, because afterwards it would always feel jittery. And with this energy, once again, all natural, all of our products, all natural. And when it comes upon you, it's always in a very gentle way, as opposed to something that would be a narcotic where you get an immediate result, but then your drop off is fast. So once again, today was our supplements, but we have a whole line of skincare. My website is in the chat, but it's which I don't expect you to remember that, but if you check in the chat, you will have my number. They will ship if you are not local, and I have some that I will deliver personally if you order from the pop-up shop show. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Terry, your details are at
Thank you.
popupshopshow.com.
Thank you, Jasmine. And I am going to order that away spray because I really need it.
Thank you. I'm curious, what is in that product, the recovery product, and with a large R on it?
I got to use my glasses for this, so hold on.
And I want to purchase some of your mud soap.
Oh, yes, love it.
The mud
Terry,
soap is awesome.
Terry, this is Michelle. I use Secret products. I love them.
Yes,
Mhm.
I do
I
too.
use the anti-aging. I'm like, you guys, I'm like 70. I'm only kidding. I like these. But I do love the products. Anti-aging.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the recovery, it has magnesium. Oops, am I not muted? It has magnesium, 68 milligrams, 100 milligrams of calcium, and then it's a mineral blend. We have another product called Hydro. So Hydro is in that. And the other ingredients are magnesium, magnesium stearate, and I can't read this other one. Hold on. Silicone dioxide.
Okay, I see. It's a calcium magnesium.
Yes, calcium,
mix.
magnesium, and a mineral blend with Hydro, and that's 120 milligrams.
How much does it cost?
That one is 52 for a
Okay.
bottle of, I think it's 45. Yes.
How much is the
45.
mud? How much is the mud soap?
The mud soap is 17.
Okay, I'll be in touch.
Sounds good. And I'll be ordering online for you.
Thank you.
I have a question. I'm unmuted and I'm not on camera. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is Lois. I'm Jasmine's mom. The supplement that you has for aiding in sleep, does that have any nuts in it? Because I have some things use almond flour or whatever, because I have a nut allergy, peanut and tree nut.
Okay, let me enlarge that one. Okay, it says calcium, magnesium, sodium, potassium, a mineral blend of sodium bicarbonate, calcium, Himalayan salt, magnesium carbonate, potassium bicarbonate, fennel seed, marshmallow root, organic lemon juice powder. No nuts.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you. I'll give it a try because I'm an insomniac. I get it.
Yeah, I think it just happens as we get older.
And then, with your personal summers, that doesn't help either.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Thank you so much. You'll be hearing from me as well.
All righty. Sounds great.
All right. Thank you, Terry. Does anybody else have questions for Terry? Does anybody else have questions for Terry?
Nope. I use the products and I love them. The anti-aging. Yep.
Yes.
So
I love the products too.
Yeah.
I use the mud soap and the
I have a salt
actual
one.
mud bath, the mud
Yes.
that you pack over your body, and you feel like a different person.
Mhm.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
The
I've
sea
used
salt
the
one.
I've used the mud soap as well.
Yeah. So.
All right, Michelle, I want you to enlighten us a little bit about your product and
Okay.
What fun stuff you do. Hey.
Okay. So to be honest with you, I just met Lisa. I'm from UMass originally. Lisa, you went to UMass also?
I did.
Okay. So what I rep for a private winery, boutique winery in Napa, California. I've been doing it for 2 years. We have award-winning wines. Our winemaker is from Bordeaux, France originally, and he's second-generation winemaker. We have amazing. I'll show you our website because that's the best way to do it. Like I said, I just found out about this group, so I wasn't prepared to do much more. I think I could share. So So we are a franchise. So this business is actually based out of Dallas, Texas, the owners, but our winery is in Napa, California. So I'll just take you to our website real quick and show you that I'm very proud of. We have award-winning wines, over 200. We have everything from, we give back to America's Mighty Warriors, so you can donate, or we have Glory Wine, so that's really nice. We just got a non-alcoholic sparkling juice, so that's really nice. We have wines from $72 to $16. We have accessories. This is our port from Portugal, our port wine. We have red, white, bubbly, rosé, sweet to dry, and everything in between. Cookie Cellars is a great cellar wine that we have. So we have all this. This is a new wine that came out. It's actually has bourbon oak. I guess it was what am I trying to say, in the barrel with bourbon oak in that, so that's pretty fun. And we have a rum oaked white wine. So it was stored in rum oaks, so you're going to get that rum. This is a white, so it's really fun. I won't bore you with all of the wines. This is our Glory wine. So if you did want to purchase, we have 3 of them. This is our Heroes blend, our Chardonnay, and then we have a beautiful Cabernet Sauvignon blend. It's right here. For every for every bottle that you purchase, $2 goes back to the organization. And since I want to say 2009, we've raised over $800,000 for the organization. We give back to our men and women of the military. So I'm very proud of that. Yeah. So we have, this is my favorite. I literally cannot open this by myself because I will drink the whole thing. It's our rosé sparkling. But yeah, I do private wine tastings. I do them virtually or in person. And I've been really fortunate to do well even through COVID. As you can imagine, the wine business has increased over 200% since 2009. So I'm at a point where I'm actually reaching out to nonprofits to do fundraising for them, wine tasting fundraisers. And I could go, my information's in the chat, and I'd be more than happy to go over all the details with you. But yeah, we have a Sangria Kit now. It's delicious. It's like a slushy, almost like a 7-Eleven slushy, but wine. It's delicious. So this is our website, but there's so many other things. We have cans now, so that's pretty cool. Take them to the beach or whatever. We're coming up on the holiday season. Oh, and the one thing I love about our wine, when you click on something, let me get a good one here. This is a good red. When you click on it, gives you like all the details of what red wine's from, the percentage of the wine, of the blend. And it also, I'm a foodie too, and it also, I know we have wine cards. It tells you what foods to pair with it. That really enlightens and enhances the wine experience, is to eat it with the right food. I could tell you, my husband and I will go to wineries, or we open a bottle of red by ourselves, and we were like, oh my God, how can anybody like this? Well, first of all, we hit the wrong glass. We drank it right out of the bottle. And what I've learned with red wine is you have to have the proper glass, big, wide, bold glass. It has to be big. You have to aerate it, and you have to eat it with the right foods for it to enhance the flavor. So I've learned a lot since then. As you can see here, we have, rosés, we have sparklings. Our specialty wine, they're just pre-ordered sayings on it. So like I said, this is our holiday that's coming out. We have cheers. This one says congratulations. So if you know someone that's coming up on a birthday, congratulating them, you can order this for them. They're all the same price now. They used to be different prices. So thank you.
How long does it take for the product from start to finish? Do they have in terms of shipping?
Are you on the East Coast or West Coast?
Well, we have people both right now. We have people that are on the West Coast. Jasmine, Rachel, they're on the West Coast. I'm actually in Florida on the East Coast.
Okay.
So we have people from all over. So
yeah, I would say, I would definitely say, like, I literally just put an order in for something. So the West Coast, you guys will get it like less than 3 to 4 days. The East Coast, I would say give it at least good 10 days. 10 to 14 days, because we'll ship it within 3 days, but it's on FedEx, and I know FedEx has been having some issues lately. So if you wanted it for, a special occasion. But yeah, we have all these different types of products. Let me just see here.
What about gift certificates for the holidays? Do you
Yes.
offer? Yes.
Yes, I can offer gift certificates. Yep.
Okay.
So like special. And then this is kind of fun. We have it's called Venmo type. It's like your wine characteristic. Mine happens to be sweet. I don't like candy sweet, but I do. So you can pick wines based on your Venmo type, and you can take a little quiz. It's free, so that's kind of cool. We have wine. We have gifts. We have all kind of gifts. So if you're looking, literally, you can get this with a special, like you can upload your picture. It comes with different candies and truffles. Yeah, you can get it personalized too, which is fun. Literally you could get your name on it. We have bundles. So we have a lot of things. If you think of like, different corporations are trying to gift things for the holidays, this one comes with the flutes. So that's kind of nice. We have 2 bottles, 1 bottle. So it's kind of cool. A website, I believe I put it on the page there in the chat.
Yeah, if you can say it out loud as well, since we're on Facebook Live and when we do record, just say your website as well.
Okay, sure. It's wine, WINE, shop at home. I want to say / Michelle, MICHELLE, Wheeler, WHEELER. And then one other thing I'll just talk about real quick is our wine club. Our wine club is really fun and unique. It's not a subscription. You don't need these are like say someone that loves wine and you want to gift them something for a year, you could do it. Or you could do it month by month. And literally you have a lot of choices now. You can say 2 bottles, 4 bottles, sweet, dry, or mix. And again, I have a 2-bottle one and I love it because we have new wines that come out every month. We release 3 to 4 new wines every month. And the great thing about this, when the world, especially California, opens up again, our winery is private and only people that can go to our winery is wine club members. And you get to meet the winemaker through that. You just let me know and I would make arrangements for you to see him, which is kind of cool, and again, it's literally, I want to say with shipping, I won't say tax because tax is different each state. This says 36, but with shipping, I want to say it's $56. So, and then a 4 bottle is 88. And another thing you do, you get free online cooking classes. And we just had a wine tasting with a comedian last night, and that was a lot of fun. So those are all free for our wine club members. And once again, you could gift it. I have 2 goddaughters. One lives in North Carolina, and the other one lives in Texas. And they both love their birthdays around the same time, March and February. One likes sweet whites, the other one likes dry reds. I literally gave them my wine club. I switched it off in February to my goddaughter in Texas, and then I switched it off to my other goddaughter in North Carolina. I didn't get my wine club back till April, and it was no extra cost. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, that's it. I don't want to go on and on, but again,
no, that's great. That's great, and I definitely appreciate it. I didn't know it was all those different opportunities with wine, so that's a wonderful.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like I said, I do private wine tastings. I do it virtually. I actually will do one, a couple this weekend, and I'll be here, and everyone else will be in Boston or somewhere else. And that's literally only.
Where are you located right now?
Oh, I'm in Stamford. I'm in Connecticut. Actually, I was getting ready to go up to Massachusetts this weekend too. But yeah, so a wine tasting for 6 bottles of wine is only $39.95, and you get 6 bottles of wine to taste with your friends and family. So that's kind of neat. Yep.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
And make sure all your information is in the chat, as we said. Does anybody have any questions for Michelle?
I have a question. This is Terry Jones.
Yes.
I'm off camera, but I'm still listening.
Okay. Yes.
But I went to a wine tasting party and they had something called French Kiss. Is that part of your wine club?
Nope, I never heard of it. It must be another. I actually found this not by mistake, but I wasn't looking for this business. I never knew there was an industry out there, and now that I've realized there's several wine companies that do this. other different wine companies, but no, I've never heard of that. But I do wine. So not only do I do private wine tastings, I do wine cocktail parties, like classes, and we will learn about making cocktails with wine. So that's another fun thing to do.
Now, is there an additional cost, or do you build that cost into having the party?
No, there's no additional cost. Nope, it's
Oh,
just
okay.
for like a wine cocktail. Let's start at just 3 bottles of wine, and what we'll do is we'll make cocktails out of that. That's just like the minimum. And some people do 4 or 5 bottles of wine. I did a wine tasting with Ernst & Young last December, the accounting company, and I had 65 people on that wine tasting.
Wow, that's fun.
3 bottles. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, and I do wine trivia. I do wine tasting 101. So I really make it fun, educational, and make it interactive.
Okay. Well, for our Patreon users, we usually do a little something special. So we may have you on to do, maybe Wine 101 for our Patreon users. So we do have Patreon users, and for the Patreon users, we have private Zooms that we do. And they're the only ones, if they're a member, they're the only ones that are able to attend or see it. So that may be
Perfect.
something that we are.
Yeah. Awesome.
All
Thank
right. You're welcome. So Taylor, I see you out there. Taylor. Are you there?
Tyler.
Hi. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So Tyler, you are welcome. I'm glad that you are here with us. So tell us a little bit about what you do, where you are, because you're in a fun spot too. So
I'm an artist. I graduated from Otis College in 2013. I focused on graphic design for a while, and then went into textile design, and now I'm freelancing and working part-time at a gallery as the gallery manager. It's called Sola Contemporary. It's on Slauson and Rimpau. So in the neighborhood, come say hi if you're in LA. It's a nonprofit, and we're very focused on interacting with the community and providing a space to elevate local artists, Black and Brown folks. Doing a lot of great stuff. So
all right. And so tell us about what type of art, like do you have any piece that's there that we could see?
Not here. We currently have a juried exhibition of like 30 plus artists, but I do, let's see, I definitely have it here. Let's see. Here we go. Can I share my screen? Is that?
Yeah.
Windows? Okay.
Could be. Are you up?
There we go. Got it. Figured it out. So these are 2 paintings that I did back in June. Yeah, for a pop-up exhibition over in like West Hollywood. It's for another nonprofit called Walk Good LA. They started back when the killing of Ahmaud Arbery happened. Then they started with doing a run for Ahmaud Arbery, and then that expanded into weekly runs and weekly yoga in the park and hikes, and just wanted to create safe spaces for Black people to decompress around Los Angeles. And so they decided to do a year celebration of their efforts, and their 3 Jamaican siblings. And so it was like Jamaican themes, like a party, and the theme was roots and culture. And so they asked me to be a part of it, and I actually hadn't painted in like 10 years. But I had just invested in a studio space, and so I was like, well, here's an opportunity to do something. So yeah, this was kind of an idea that I had rummaging in my head for a while, and decided to just take a stab at it, and I was really happy with how it turned out. So yeah, these are Afro pics from various places in Africa. I just have had a folder of them for years, and I just knew at some point I wanted to do something with them. And I've been tie-dyeing all quarantine. And so I just kind of wanted to combine the two and just see where it took me. And it became really meditative, and I felt like I was like connecting with ancestors. It was just cool to kind of like look at these artifacts and just think about the stories they hold, and how it made me feel, especially when you're submerged in one color, like how that one color can make you feel and where that takes you, even under the same context. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I'm actually going to be in a group show here at this gallery at Sola, and I'm going to be doing another two in two different colors. So yeah, getting ready for that. That'll be in October.
So where can we see your work at? Is there and then get pricing on your paintings? Like if someone was interested in purchasing something that you're showing us now, do you have a Instagram, a link of any sort, or are you just doing it?
Yeah, I do have a website because I also make jewelry, and that is, I can see.
And Tyler, you can put that in the chat as well.
Sure.
But let us, if you can give a shout out to what your website is right now.
Yeah, here we go. Can you see it?
Oh, perfect. Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's my logo, and it's my Instagram is the same name, Good Job Tyler. And yeah, this is my website. Yeah, you know, I had to stay motivated over quarantine. Yeah, I had to definitely have some positive affirmations. Yeah, so that's my website, and I have a shop. Like I said, I was tie-dyeing over quarantine, so I did. I tie-dyed some underwear just for fun. And
oh, that's cute.
Thank you.
Oh, I like that.
And then I also make bracelets. I'm really into stones and their different meanings. So yeah, it's my little logo on the bead, and you click on each one, and it'll give you a breakdown of what each stone is good for. So yeah, this was for inner strength and clarity, and confidence and grounding, and there are different sizes, and I'm the one making them. So yeah, also I do custom necklaces. So I just started off making them for friends again over quarantine, just had nothing to do. And yeah, it was just fun. I made one for myself, and a friend would mention like, oh, I like that. And I would be like, oh, tell me your colors. I'll hook you up. And yeah, now it's on my page. So
well, congratulations for starting, and that's what we're talking about. You know, a lot of people started businesses, but no one is getting the opportunity to see them. So that is another reason why we started the virtual pages, so that so people can see and hear all about your success. I love it.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So yeah.
Yeah. You'll keep doing what you do. And when I come to California, I'll see it. Now, do you do virtual art shows as well? Are you available to do a virtual art show?
As far as here at this gallery, we do have artist talks, and we actually have one coming up for the show we have right now. So yeah, if you follow Sola Contemporary on Instagram, that's the best way to stay up to date on what's going on. Yeah.
Okay, and Miss Lois has a question for you.
Hi, Tyler. I'm down the street from you, actually.
Cool.
Do you have the jewelry at that location?
I don't. So yeah, that's separate, just something I do personally. But yeah, I mean, if you're interested in a piece, please feel free to message me, and I'll be happy to make you some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And say hi for sure.
Absolutely.
Hello.
And I'll let you know I'm from the pop-up shop show.
Great.
Thank
And that's
you.
that's what I have not said yet, because a lot of our vendors tonight are new. But normally we ask for the vendors to offer a discount to pop-up shop show members of some sort, so that we can make sure that they relate back to the show. So I know that that wasn't a possibility right now, but in the future, when you guys come back, because I know you'll come back to support, we'll do that.
Watch out there. Oh, it's
Absolutely.
All right. Well, that I think, Simone, do you want to talk a little bit about your product?
Sure.
You can do it, girl. You can do it. Yeah, talk a little bit about it. She'll give us a full display tomorrow, but tonight she's just going to share a little bit about her wonderful product. So go ahead, go for it.
So I put on one of my t-shirts so far just to show you a little presentation. I am Simone Thompson, the owner, president, CEO, creator of Paul's Purpose Company. I home bake organic dog snacks and cat snacks to support their mind, body, and longevity. I also create other household, or not household products, but I also create other products for external cleansing as well as internal cleansing due to our animals and the environment being highly toxic. We don't consider that often enough. And so I provide organic fruits, vitamins, and minerals to, alleviate that type of toxicity within the body, internally and externally. So, spiritually speaking, due to the colors of the 7 chakras, I also promote t-shirts as well to help enhance those chakra stimulants and creativity and energetic fields that we do have to promote a lot more connectivity that we need to have in the world. So, I also have a couple of other things that I can show you. I'm just not quite prepared right now, but definitely I'm an advocate of spirituality, health and wellness, and furry friends, our animals, our companions. And so I definitely encourage us to each one teach one. I definitely also encourage us to be mindful of our motives and also expand our mind, expand our mind, expand our mind and expand our grind, to help us help our furry friends.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I know I put you on the spot, but it's all good. Because you deliver well, so you got that. And when we're in business for ourselves, sometimes we got to jump in there where we fit in. So I appreciate you more than to be able to do that. So thank you again for coming on and giving a little bit. Anybody have any questions for Simone? And tell us your geographical location.
Yeah. I'm in Los Angeles, California, Watts area specifically. I'm from Los Angeles. I'm from Watts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can say.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So my mom has a bully, and he has really severe skin allergies. Do you have any recommendations on something topical or something should be eating to help with that?
For skin allergies, I do recommend one source that may help both humans and animals. And quite frankly, it's also in the process of being, tested. but sea moss. Sea moss is a good source. I know somebody that I called my friend. She's an herbalist and she's trying out sea moss on her dogs. And so far, she's been getting a lot of great responses to that. And that may help with skin allergies. I do know that sea moss helps with a lot of inflammation internally. And well rounded, it also helps with the immunity, the immune system, period. So, of course, fruits and vegetables are the second source. We also have to dive back into what we were brought up on. You know, when we was kids, we didn't like to eat fruits and vegetables because they was nasty. But that was always a sign to help us keep from allowing the inflammation in the skin diseases or any type of things to happen. So I think that currently that's what I'm also using, and it helps. Now, I can't specifically say skin allergies, you know, directed upon just that one thing, but if you just think about overall, sea moss does help overall. Um, I'm an advocate of that. I'm a witness. I'm a testimonial. What do they call it? Firsthand.
You got testimony. You got a testimony. Yeah, we've had at least two sea moss vendors, and we actually have one on our website. So we do have at the Pop-Up Shop Show website, we do have sea moss.
Didn't have my ring lights on.
Hi, camera.
Question. Simone, how do we get to your product other than on the website? Do you post where you're going to be on the weekends, or do you do deliveries?
Yes. So currently, you can locate me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So yes, you can DM me there. I also give out my direct phone number. It's 323-522-1960. That's also, that's also listed on my Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, I think. But I do have my business cards available. I do deliver. I also deliver to you guys. I also ship. I'm shipping my product as well. So, and definitely my website it will be launched soon. So you guys can always call my phone number though, as a direct line. You know, I talk back, so don't be scared. But I love the questions. I love the questions.
Yeah. Any more questions for Simone? All right. Well, thank you. Michelle, I wanted to ask, I want to go back to you real quick. With your product, Simone, I'm sorry, your product, Michelle, is that something that people can buy into and get their own site? Is that how that works?
I'm sorry, buy their own products or
No. I was just asking you with your particular item, is it something that people can buy into and get their own sites? So is it like you build a team?
Yes. You can. As a business partner, you could join my team. It's literally $25 to join, and it's $20 a month to hold your website. It's no inventory. It's a great side hustle. If you want to make some money, you could do it from your home, or you could go out and do tastings. Yeah, but feel free to contact me. I'll be more than happy to go over it with you. It's been actually saving grace for me this whole COVID, because other side hustles I had kind of dried up on me. So this one has sustained me. So yeah. Thanks for the question.
I truly get that, as they say, by doing production and conferences, I lost all of that income during COVID. So, and it's creeping back, but it's not not there yet.
Right,
So,
right.
but I do appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
So
To you.
now we go in. You're welcome. Now we go into the conversational portion of our show where we talk about Black businesses. So Jasmine and Rachel, I will have you guys come up first. I want to put a shout out there to Stephen. Thank you, Stephen, for coming on. He is the co-founder of the Do-Rags, the APV, All Positive Vibe Do-Rag business. So I wanted to give him a shout out as well. But so as we transition over into the other part, you know, as you just said, Michelle, that's a good lead in. Black businesses, all businesses have had a crazy whirlwind ride during 2020, and now looking at 2021. How are we staying business? Are we finding out about the money that's out there? About the money that's out there? How are you getting the product? Having challenges getting product? Is that all going smooth and well? And just talk about some of the ways that you're looking to expand your business or your product. So I will pose those questions to you first, Rachel, because I know that you most of your products come from different countries. So how has that been for you during this time?
For me, I would say it's been challenging because it involves shipping from other countries naturally. So that has taken a lot longer than normal, and shipping has gone up. So I've had to increase the prices, but not really on the website. I'm still involved in, just for everybody to know, free shipping is included in the pricing, or the shipping is included in the price. Most of what I've noticed is I was so affected by the classrooms being shut down because my materials generally sell well to the market of educators. So independently, I had to think of ways that I could reach other programs without having to sell product, which I started doing a couple of trainings. That also involved my having to contact educators and programs and going on Zoom calls and preparing my materials so that they would relate, or they were relatable through being able to talk to the teachers and show the instruments. So I found my business to be very challenging. Now that school is in, I've seen an immediate pickup, because immediately once the children were given the okay to go back, I had an order that was placed by a principal, and it was a fairly large order. So I was so grateful and just giving glory to God that I was able to get the order, because I hadn't done business for probably a good year with the schools. And I normally will do business on a regular basis with classrooms. So that's been my challenge. And now I look forward to hopefully having the children stay in the classroom and to continue to build the virtual platform in different ways, to market differently, to offer different specials, and see what will happen in the future.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you so much for that. And Jasmine, do you have any ways that you may have changed your business model or your style in business? I'm not sure if you have the opportunity to come on. So if you do, just go ahead and jump in there. If not, Terry, okay.
Yeah, I had to start buying in super bulk. And it was like a fear kind of a thing, afraid that I would run out of my product, afraid that I wasn't going to have the containers, because my containers come from China. And it's happening again. So when the lockdown first happened, Some of my suppliers were like, look, you guys can't come by here anymore. Now everything's gonna have to be shipped to you. So instead of just dropping by and picking up a couple of cases, now I have to make the cost of shipping like spread out evenly over all my product. So I was buying so much more than ever before. So now COVID is like, we're at another level of COVID. And in China, I know a lot of you heard on the news, they shut down a port. And so I didn't know when that was going to affect, and how I was going to see it. But I went to one of my suppliers yesterday and I was looking for these sprayers. And I'm like, hey, where the pumps? And he's like, I'm out. I don't have any. And he was like, let me share with you my invoice, young lady. His shipping costs have gone from $2,000 per container to $15,000 per container. Like, wow. And it's like multiple levels to it because for one, China shut down, I think, a port in Shanghai, something like that. And then on top of it, like, America buys everything, we don't send anything back. So all the shipping containers come over here and stay. And we used to fill them up with like recyclables and send them back, cardboard, and they're like, we're not taking that anymore. China has its own plastic problem. I've been to China, they package everything. Like you unwrap the package and now everything inside is wrapped in plastic with a bow on it. I mean, they're insane with it. So they certainly have their own plastic problem. So I'm not quite sure. The impact hasn't stopped. And I'm like, okay, well, how much do I have to buy now? And then there's always that concern, like, okay, well, let's say I load up my garage with inventory and nobody can buy it. So I don't like to live in fear. It's not a healthy state. It's like as a business owner, you have to be prepared. And I also don't want to get stuck with a whole bunch of inventory. I have recently invested in marketing like never before. Like I'm really putting out, and it's like, oh my gosh. So when I find my audience, when I find that golden profile and it's popping off, am I going to be able to fill these orders? It's intense, but I love it. And we all choose this.
It's always finding that unique balance. It's always finding that unique balance of, when it's too much and when it's not enough. And, I found that for our business, we wind up taking a lot of pre-orders because we didn't want to be overstocked. So we took some pre-orders and then we would, do custom orders, but we didn't want to be overstocked as well. So that was one of the changes that we made, because at first we wouldn't take pre-orders. If we didn't have inventory, we wouldn't put ourselves out there. But now we did a lot of, pre-orders, and then that was able to kind of balance that out a little bit with that. And I know that for some of us, and Terry, if you're out there, if you can talk a little bit about, you pivoting into doing a podcast. I know some people went out and did podcasts, or they did other ways to market their business. And Stephen, if you want to talk a little bit about different ways to market business, if you want to come on and talk a little bit about marketing and marketing websites and business, I'd like you to come on as well. So Terry, if you're there and you can talk about that, I know you may or may not be out there. Okay, we'll move on. Stephen, do you want to talk?
Terry is here. Terry is right there.
I know she's here, but
I'm here.
May have to
I'm
step
here.
in and out.
She's
I'm here.
Oh, okay, cool.
I got my dinner in the oven. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, well, one of the things that I had to do to pivot, and that's the first time I'm trying this, tomorrow I'm doing a garage sale. And all of the things that you guys have talked about with the shipping has been a real problem. Our main offices are in Phoenix, and our customers are all over the world. So we've had things that people have asked for, but because maybe somebody in China or, United Kingdom needed it, it was not available. And we were wondering, we'll be behind on the sales and that type of thing. So doing the podcast and also looking at things like Patreon, having a Facebook community, I just have been figuring out all the different ways to market myself and to put myself out there. So I have a friend that I did a TV show, I did a webinar. So I've just been doing everything that I can think of because it definitely has affected the business and affected shipping. And because of the fact that I don't have a warehouse at my house, but I do have a number of products. So certain things, like if they're local, so like if Jasmine's mom's saying she wants Boost, I can give her Booster because I have that and she lives in LA. But if Michelle, who's in Connecticut, she would order from the website, it depends on if it was out of stock or overstocked or that type of thing. So it gets frustrating when people aren't local. And I try to keep certain things in my stock, but I also said, like Jasmine, I don't want a garage full of product. So it's like trying to get the things that more people are ordering, and then the ones that are not, it's, you know, it's just there. And I'm having a show next week. So now that things are opening up, I am having more live events, but we're still dealing with the vaccine in Southern California where people are not wearing their masks. So if I do a live event, I got to make sure I do it outside and I watch my numbers. So it's just a lot of things now that you got to think about between COVID, the masks, you know, shipping, whether or not people feel comfortable you coming in their house or leaving things on their porch, because I will deliver if people live in Southern California. So it's just been a lot of pivoting and trying to figure out other ways of still making it work. I know some of the people I've interviewed in my podcast, they said, you know, they had to change their hours and just sometimes, or even for cooking, they've had to change their menu so that, you know, you'll go to a restaurant and you'll say, well, what happened to the so-and-so? Well, we have a very limited menu, you know? So it's been a lot. It's definitely been a lot. And I'm just trying to figure out different ways to bring in income in case the shipping for my secret products are not there.
Yeah, and that makes sense. So Michelle has a question. She has her hand raised, and then Stephen will get to you. Go ahead.
Okay, thanks real quick. I was just wondering if you guys have in the past, maybe you've done a holiday boutique virtual. I've been doing those that everybody comes on, invites at least 10 to 15 friends. We all meet new people, and hopefully our friends will buy products from other people. That's just a possibility.
Yeah, we've done what we do during the week of Kwanzaa is we come on, we have we celebrate that day, whatever that day is. But then we also have, you know, November and December we do the Black Friday thing. So we've been trying to get the message out there, and we've done those too. So we've done a lot of holidays. But I know that, you know, individually, I think, Terry, did you do one last year? Like a holiday thing for Secret? You're muted.
You're muted, can't hear you.
Okay.
Sorry. I usually do something for my nonprofit instead of doing it with Secret. I actually joined Secret in like December. So when they did the Black Friday, I was just kind of like, wow, okay. So I was still getting my feet wet trying to figure out the product. So I am actually gearing up for the holidays and trying to be prepared to do something for Black Friday. And I like that idea, Michelle, of doing a boutique, because I do have a number of friends that have products. And if we did it virtual, I probably would do one of each. I probably would do a virtual one and do one live and, you know, see how that works.
Yeah, I've done it with other vendors, other direct sale organizations, and it worked pretty well. And you know, we could talk later about it, but if anyone's interested, I'll be more than happy to help organize it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm very interested.
Well, that's great, and that's why we're here to help each other. Stephen, did you want to come on real quick and talk a little bit about the graphics? Can you unmute yourself?
Yes, I can. Hello, how's everybody? All right, that's way everybody these days. All right, cool. My name is Stephen Douglas, co-founder of APV Do Rags. I also do marketing. We have a marketing team, and some of the services that we offer is.
Hi, my name is Barry Rayner. I work in the graphic parts with Stephen. My company is called Result LLC, and we focus on graphic design for social media posting as well as website design. And we do graphics for your website as well. We also focus on 30, 60, 90-day campaigns for social media growth as well as sale analysis. So we look at all your analytics from all of your different social media posts, and we try to turn that into organic sales of your products.
Okay. And then and with doing that, like we have some new we have some new vendors on. Yeah. We have some new vendors on that would possibly, I know Simone, that may be a help to you with the graphics and stuff and getting your stuff up and running.
Yes, I was just thinking about that too. I was like, dang, how can I tell him I need that real quick?
Well, if you put your information in the chat, I can write it down and we can actually contact you after the event is over with.
Great.
What's your social media?
So if you go to my personal social media, it's patek.yt. And right now I have a couple different IG websites, pages that you can look at that I've helped grow over time. So that's my personal page.
Put in the chat, please, so we can check you out, see your work.
Perfect. Got you, son. All right, we're gonna go and check it now. I'm sorry, working off of his phone. I'm writing stuff down.
And then you have to make sure that you give a little discount to our pop-up shop show users now. Don't be greedy.
Oh, of course. It's no greed. Got to make sure everybody eat.
Yeah. So So that would be good. And Taylor, I don't know if you need help in that direction as well. Tamara, I know that you're trying to launch a couple of things too. So this is a good opportunity to get your graphics and your design. And tell a little bit about how you do the algorithm thing. I'm not great at that, but I know that you guys do some of that with the social media situation.
So pretty much how that works is literally I create all the graphics via Photoshop. I also use Figma for websites and also Webflow. So with that, there's a 48-hour turnaround. So with these different social media platforms, they all have different algorithms for different things that they do. So for Instagram, and there are actually 5 different algorithms that you work with on Instagram. So you have your Reels, you have your IGTV, you have your story. You also have carousels. So it's a Photoshop feature to where you can put however many pictures you want within one post. And that has its own algorithm as well. And as well as just posting on your feed regularly. And also the different ways people interact with your post also work towards those different algorithms as well. So with our company, we make sure that we focus in with these different organic accounts, and we just make sure that we're able to help you grow over the course of 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, whatever package you choose. So for 30 days, we'll look at the numbers you've done so far. When we turn your account to a business account, then we'll be able to look at your analytics and then go from there and be able to know what accounts to attack within your niche. So say if you sell soap, we're going to go ahead and look into these different accounts in the beauty industry and whatnot. So if you sell sea moss or something like that, we'll look into the holistic niche and different people. So like you have one company named the Surviving Vegan. So you go look at her different people that she interacts with and different people on her list that she follows, and then we just start interacting with those different accounts, and we do all that work for you, so that way you can focus on bigger and better things. So that's where the virtual assistant things come in, because you'll be able to, within your 90-day, 60-day, 30-day package, you're able to call on to us and then make sure you have a problem with this. I want to see growth to here. I want to see growth to here. We're at your disposal for a set amount of days.
Okay.
Do you find that most people know what they need, or do you have to wind up explaining what they need?
I feel like most people have an idea of what they want. So I kind of, well, that's why it's a team effort. We kind of sit here and based off of what the person is giving us, tell them what they need, tell us what they need. And then we also look at the numbers, and then we also can corroborate if that's actually what you need or there's something else that you need. So we're able to help focus in off the initial consultation if you actually need the things you think you need, or if you need more or you need less. So we want to make sure that we're keeping money in your pocket, so that way you're not overspending with doing the X, Y, and Z, like boosting your post if you don't need to, or like say boosting the post of your family on your business page. Like you want to make sure certain things line up and look good, because the aesthetic matters.
Do you find that one social media platform is better for some things than others? Like, do you find that Facebook may be better than Instagram, or vice versa?
No,
Not really,
because they're all the same people. Facebook or Instagram. So it's just like at the end of the day, you're going to get as much as you put into any platform that you use. So
Right.
as long as you're putting in the same effort on one platform, you're bound to get the same amount of get back on that platform, because all these people want to see is you using their platform, and also making sure you're up to date on new features. So if you're first to use new features, they're first to give you more consideration on everything.
Okay. Is
So it's
anybody
just
else
different
have
ways
any
to play.
questions for them? Okay, well, make sure that
Oh, I
you,
have a question.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So you were talking about Facebook and Instagram. Do you work at all with YouTube?
Yes. So I actually do a lot with YouTube. So we're able to work out. We actually have different people in different places that we can use to help grow your views as well as subscribers, because we have different companies that I work with that I make sure that I send out all the new people that I'm working with. Hey, follow this, subscribe, and they'll go and comment on your post, and just build off of the relationships I've built over the years. They'll come and start working more towards posting and liking things that you post. So also I have an analytical app that you can use and look at all your numbers yourself as well. So YouTube is pretty easy actually. So literally that's all pointers. That's all pointers, because literally you can do everything right from your cell phone. Upload, post, edit, and everything. And then also we also have another program where we're teaching people how to be self-sufficient with these things. So like little apps you can use to help push you in the right direction. So if you don't want to go out to a person and pay a service for a graphic or whatnot, or editing a video, we push you with the education part of it. We push you into helping yourself being able to do things, or if you want to pay someone to do it over time, you'll be able to coach them.
well, we'll definitely have you come on and be one of our, again, like we were saying before, we have Patreon. So for our Patreon users, we do some private ones where we'll have the teachable classes, so that only the people who are Patreon for a pop-up shop show can see like how to manage a website or manage these products by themselves. So we'll definitely have you come on, and you guys can teach that for us amateurs, because I'm sure an amateur. I'm not. I'm by no means. So I need to know how to do all of that stuff. Plus. But I'll start off with the little stuff and then go from there.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then you just tell us whatever your speed is, and we'll make sure we get you right where you need to be with everything. So we want to make everything as easy as possible, because all this stuff is a lot of information, but it's like when you're able to focus in on one thing and then see how that one thing connects to another thing, it becomes seamless at that point, because now you got your process together.
Definitely like that.
Yeah. So
would you say like to maintain this, how often do you think it's good to maintain keeping up with the websites and stuff like that? And that'll be my last question, unless there's questions from the audience. But I wanted to know, like, maintenance wise, is it like every week you should maintenance, once a month, or is there a average of how often you should maintenance whatever you're trying to get your media out on? Or is it good to have more than one media outlet? Like if you're trying to market your product, should you have it on 12 different places, or should you just have it on 1 or 2 places? Should you target it to 1 or 2?
However much you can manage.
Have it on.
However many platforms you can manage. There's algorithms to each platform. So if you can manage one platform at a time, you work with that. If you can manage several different platforms at a time, then you work with that. If you need to deal with several platforms at a time, you can only work with one. You get your social media manager.
Okay.
And literally for
that's the answer I was looking for.
Yep.
That's what we do.
Yep. So literally
Delegation is real.
30
Delegation.
days.
30 days.
Like depending on whatever program you pick, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, we make sure that every week we are posting on your website, because every day we're going to have to post on your social media. So it's like we want to keep everything abreast of what's going on, so everything looks conducive all the way across the board, because you have some people who may just use Instagram on their computers and want to click on your website link. You have some people who are on YouTube. Excuse me. You have some people who are on TikTok and all they want to do is click on your Instagram account or your YouTube, because you only have 2 links on TikTok that you can use. Now, if you have an app, you have a 3rd link, but that's a hidden link that only app developers can use. So there's different ways, and there's different links that people use depending on what platform they use. So yeah, we want to make sure that we update on the social media every day, and then whatever package you pick that week, your website gets updated, because you may have a 30-day campaign and you want all of your products off within 30 days. So our goal is to make sure you're able to do that.
Okay.
And if everything's conducive and everything's the same, good.
If you would like to email us, call us, I'll drop our stuff in the chat below.
Okay.
All right, nice meeting everybody. Nice seeing everybody.
Nice meeting everybody.
Anybody else have any questions for them before they leave? Thank you guys.
Yeah,
it was definitely informative.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you guys. And I think that is about it. I wanted to pose one more question and just have some people answer that question. Do you think that you have to have, in today's market, we are going to have, let me say this first. We are going to have someone that comes in and tells us about some more grants and business loans and how the SBA and stuff is working. So tomorrow night we will have a special guest on. He has been on before. So tomorrow night we'll have Stanford Livingston on, who is based in California, but he can tell you a little bit about, some of the areas of where you need to be putting your attention for the money that may be available out there for small businesses, and to make sure that you're setting yourself up correctly to be able to receive those things. So just look forward to him coming on tomorrow night. Everybody is definitely welcome to come back on tomorrow night, share your products, share your knowledge, and just let's keep it going. Jasmine, Rachel, do you guys have any last words for anybody out there?
My last words are to continue moving forward. I believe that a lot of us, initially, we got stuck. And I'm speaking for myself. You didn't know which way to move. And luckily, I was in Texas working with my son's father, who was able to keep going with the farmers markets because he was selling produce. He was selling goods that were for sale. I mean, meaning edibles, and not edibles, but pecans. So that was a good thing. But I almost decided to shut down my business and just say, okay, it's over with. But somehow, some way, with the grants, with the loans, with a lot of hearing that businesses just need to pivot and shift. That's when I said, nope, it's not over yet. So I kept going, and I'm really glad I did, because I continued to get orders. And again, like I say, with the schools, I still am there with them, and they're still placing orders. And I was fortunate to receive one just recently. So I thank you guys just for coming on and continue on that path. Thank you.
Oh, all right, thank you. Jasmine, is there anything that you want to say before we go?
Didn't know we were leaving. I see I disappeared for a little bit. I want to shout out to all the businesses in the audience, and I want to thank you for coming. Miss Sabrina Bradley, are you here?
Yes, she is. Mm-hmm.
You want to unmute yourself?
Oh Lord, what did I do?
This young lady is a seamstress. She's been making a face mask for the pandemic. I go to her for all my face masks, and she makes these beautiful African face masks, and like Frida Kahlo with the LA on it. Like, anyway, and I love her. She's been a neighbor. We were kids together, essentially. And please talk a bit about your struggles, Sabrina, in like a micro amount of time, like a minute.
I'm actually experiencing the same thing that you're experiencing with materials. So I design and tailor clothes as well as make masks, like she said. And so me going downtown shopping or me having things shipped in is much of a hassle, because a lot of the materials I was using were coming in from they all had to go through China, but they were coming in from Australia too. Same thing with special types of thread and ink and different things like that. So I had to, like she said earlier, pivot. So I ended up going from mainly bridal and prom and special occasion clientele essentially to mask, and then basically recouping a little bit and getting back into swimwear. And so right now my main focus is swimwear, but I had to revamp everything to have all of my social media and my website essentially geared towards that only.
Sabrina, what's your social media handle on your website?
Everything is Bradley the Tailor. So BradleyTheTailor.com, at Bradley the Tailor on Instagram, TikTok, and on Facebook as well.
Yeah, so thank you everyone for coming, and we have to support and nurture each other. Simone Paws, I think it's Simone who does the paws and edible. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she came on here earlier and she was just like, sisters. And it's true. Like, that's what we need. We need like these groups for support and for upliftment, and any good news, any grants, any shows out there. Like, there's the business world needs shoulders and ears, so we can share and support each other. And this is that safe space for all of that and more. So thank you for coming, everyone.
Yeah, and I just want to say, Sabrina, the other thing I also make math, and so the other thing that you have to what we learned to do is we recycled some materials in terms of for the mask. So like we did a terry cloth mask, and we went to some of the local stores and bought materials that you might be able to get in, but you could still utilize and make your mask out of. We wind up using curtains and.
Oh yeah, fortunately, I knew a lot of people who needed masks and things like that. So I ended up, I guess you can say, making offers like, you donate materials, then the mask will be $3 instead of like 5 or 7.
Yeah.
So fortunately I didn't run out of fabric for masks, but it
Okay.
it got real creative, trust me.
You know what?
And I know the feeling off. Yeah, I get that, and that's like, again, that's just another pivoting moment, like we were talking about, having to pivot and find new ways, new inventive ways to keep our businesses thriving as much as possible, as opposed to, and I applaud all of you guys, because there's a lot of businesses that are just not out there anymore. They didn't know how to make that change, or to step up.
Oh, she went out again.
Wait, Simone or Sabrina? Sorry.
I apologize for this connection, but as we are out here, just have to learn to, bring somebody along with us. So, anytime, for next month, we are going to be here doing the pop-up shop show. Bring somebody along. Let them know that we are out here. We're a platform for them to share their product, their business, and their knowledge. So, and we appreciate that from everybody who had come on tonight to share their knowledge.
And I want to give a special shout out to Tyler, who she came on last minute. And as an artist, I think you're already challenged, because you never know if your items, even during the regular times, if they're going to sell, if people like them, if they're enough abstract, enough whatever it is in the artist world. So for her to be in the capacity that she's in, I think that really speaks to productivity, like she was mentioning. So I just wanted to say she came on, within hours of my contacting her. So thank you, Tyler, for that.
And Tyler, I love the underwear idea. That is just that's way too cool. I like that. And that's what it's about. Art can be exposed in all different ways. So I love your website. I like the clean look of your website, and I like the fact that you have stepped out the box and did something besides just paint on canvas. So I love that. So I don't know if you're still here, but anyway, I just wanted to say that little bit in regards to you. So again, thank you. Michelle did the same thing. So my shout out to Michelle. She came on at the last minute. I said, come on out here, share your product. And she just came along, and she was a trooper. So everybody has been baptized by fire tonight. Simone, Michelle, Tyler. So I appreciate all you guys for coming on. Stephen, I appreciate all you guys for coming on and sharing your product. So we'll be glad to see you guys tomorrow night. We start again tomorrow at 7:30, and then we start producing products. After we do the products, we usually have a conversation. Again, we are celebrating Black businesses in the Black Business Month. So tomorrow we'll have some other questions and some other information that we share in regards to Black business. So see you later, everybody, and thanks again.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Good
Good night.
night.